Alright, so I'm about to go to class. Not necessarily class. I'm just about to go. We have quite a bit on cover, but I don't really want to talk too long. Since that before I really fall sick. Like before, the last time I fell sick before was about 5 years ago. And even before that is like very rare. Nowadays, every few months, I'll fall sick again. It's just getting annoying. So I have drugs I'm taking. Yeah. But since ever I don't usually like, maybe I'll just this. It's like I'll fall sick, but not sick in the sense that I cannot like the kind of sick is like I'll have headache and fever. My body will just be hot. I'll be feeling cold, and I'll be very weak, and like. So I think that's just what they usually say is malaria. It's just in Nigeria, almost every sickness is malaria. I was my mom just finds out I was sick, pack me with all these drugs, which are quite good. Yeah, at least I've been taking them and I'm feeling better now. But it seems I now have to like eat something. Normally I don't eat, so I made rice. Yeah, now I see the rice and think it's like it's sweet rice. This rice is just rice, salt, pepper, oil, um, Maggi. That's what the hell. Maybe curry sometimes. But today I had what they call it, tomato paste. So I added tomato paste. That's why I suppose it looks a little finer than normal. So this type of rice, there's literally no nutrients inside. I just eat it for eating sick. It reminds me of those days I was in all like this is what I ate every single day. But it's crazy. This is that when I was in all and all is like one of the most rugged places. No, not necessarily rugged, but like all is like a hostel and while like 8 people living in one room and the every toilet is dirty. Like it's just not a very good environment. And now I'm in this place. I'm the only person staying in this room. See the view outside. Like, this place is just a lot more neat and organized. And I fall sick almost every single day. Not every single day, but like almost every single month. But like all four, I think it was just like once I fell sick there, and I stood there for like almost 2 years or a year and a half. Yeah, not directly. Anyways, so I don't even really know what exactly to say. First of all, my problem with making this type of videos, the thing is that I love making this type of videos because it's just like real. I'm just put on my phone, I just say whatever the fuck I want. The thing is, nobody's probably going to watch this video. It reminds me of my personal channel when I just started. Like these were the type of videos I was making, but I used to put a little more effort then. Like I'll edit it and add music. But it's just like just what I'm doing now. Just talking about random things. I literally nobody really literally watch the videos at all. So, but the funny thing is that these are the most fulfilling videos to watch to make. Rather, like I'm just being like I just say I just say whatever the fuck I want. But the problem is if you are trying to make money and incorporate it into a brand and everything like this is not going to work. Me just consider this as my own HAMZA unfiltered. Like this is my own unfiltered channel. But so that's just because the thing about the school stuff is so the thing that makes the old school stuff annoying for me is not even necessarily like going to classes and everything. Like that's part of it, but all those registrations I used to do since 2021. So now gonna be doing them now in 2023. So now just be annoying. And all those lecturers, they will now do like they'll just be asking, oh, why didn't you do these things? Oh, why are you just bringing it down? Oh. Like your process is just going to be 10 times more annoying. But I'll just say I'm still going to go. So like I just had my bath literally. I just since that I look ripped, bro. Like still I look gram as fuck. I can bet you that this is genetics. It is because my entire life I never really like I did work out a lot, quite a lot. But in my entire life, it was when I was 16, 17, that was around 2020, that was really, really consistent with working out. And the working out, I never even went to the gym. Like I don't gym here in Nigeria, they're extremely expensive, especially if you're like a teenager or someone in your early. Like if you don't have an income, basically, like you cannot just afford the gym. They're pretty expensive. So it was just like push-ups and all those that. And I didn't even do it for the entire year. Let's say just like 3, 4, 5 months consistently, and that's like the only time throughout my entire life I've ever really worked out. And bro, I look better than so so many people my age. The thing that like I'm not trying to boast, but the camera just makes it look crazy. Like Jesus, that's I look lean as fuck. But is this how people see me in real life? Like, it's just like I still do, like I don't really work out that much anymore, sha, but every single day I just try to do like 10 push-ups because I'm trying to get back to working. Because the thing I just noticed a lot and said, if I do like a hard workout, 30 minutes, 1 hour or something, I won't be able to do it every day. So for something like 10 push-ups, I can do it every day. I've been doing like 10 push-ups every day for like almost 3 weeks now. So like that's consistent. But what was I saying? I was talking about school. The reason why I don't like the only disadvantage of making log videos like this is they're actually very giant. Like some videos like this, they could be 4 gig. I'll have to upload a 4 gig video, and I don't know if I've said it before, I'm broke. And yeah, Nigeria internet is quite expensive. The thing is that everything is expensive if you don't really have income. If you don't really have money coming in, like you don't really have a source of income, everything is expensive. Because like internet connection now, this video might end up being like 4, 5 gig, like, and that 4, 5 gig is probably going to be like 1,000 naira or so. And not like 1,000 naira is necessarily hard to get, but like as of right now, I know that this is kind of embarrassing. I shouldn't be saying this, but my entire net worth right now is about 400 naira. Like that's all the money I have with me. And the reason why I'm saving that money is so that I can go use it to enter bus on the weekend to go home. I can trek if I want. I'm even thinking another thing that is on my mind is to give that 400 naira to like the less privileged or something. Then trek home. Well, I'm just wondering. But that's it. So like, if you don't have income, like, well, the 1,000 is not just going to fall out from the sky. It's only until my parents send money to me if I'll get to like the 1,000 to upload a video like this. And that's just for one video, like one long video, maybe something like 20 or 30 minutes. I imagine I want to be doing something like this every single day. I want to be like a streamer or something like that. Like I'm going to need a lot of internet, and that's kind of a lot of money. So it's like if you don't have income, like everything is going to be expensive for you because your income is literally zero. Where the fuck you going? Another just quick. This is my phone just not staying in one place. Another quick update I'll just say is, like recently I've been on Discord and everything. Why this phone is like fuck? Recently I've been on Discord. I've been joining Discord and all that, and Discord is a funny place. I was like, it's like his Ali, ALY, the Ali guy, like his YouTube guy. Like people will see him and think he's trying to copy HAMZA or something. I joined his Discord, HAMZA's Discord, and Denmo. Another guy does, but the main active ones is usually HAMZA's Discord and Ali Discord. And the Ali Discord I usually go to like almost like for the last 2 or 3 days now, going there. I usually quite funny. They'll just be talking random ridiculous things, but also it's like kind of crazy. Each time I think about it, it just usually blows my mind. Like wow, I'm literally connected to people that are living like in the US, UK, Canada, like just million different parts of the world, and I'm just thinking like if this Discord didn't exist, we probably would have no business. In our entire life, we would never ever be able to communicate with each other. And now, like from my room, I can literally communicate with somebody that is in like the US or something, which is crazy. I think that every time I'm always on the Discord calls and everything, I always mute myself because I'm just shy to talk. Because it is that then the accent is very different. Like no matter how much I try to make my accent sound like try to make it sound like the Western accent, they will just know what's like, like your accent is just different. So, anyways, that's just it. And even the Ali Discord, the Ali guy joined yesterday, self, which was crazy. Like the YouTuber guy himself was there, but he's like he muted his mic, he didn't say anything. He was just like typing chats. I wish he had said. I think they said he lost like $11,000 or something like that. So I think maybe he was a little upset But I really would have loved to hear him speak, and I would have even loved to like ask him questions and talk to him and everything. But he didn't even stay there for too long. Maybe he stood for like 10 or 15 minutes, and he left. Well, another problem with that again, see, it's already 10 minutes. I've not really started saying the bits I want to say. 10 minutes has already gone. This video is already going to probably be like 1 gig already. The last, last thing about Discord is that since then they are living like it's all over the world, so the time zone is just weird. Before I can really like chat with them, or at least not like I said this, I just sit out there and listen to their conversation and play all those rubbish Discord games with them. Before I can really chat with them and all that, it's usually midnight here for me. Them is like I'm pretty sure maybe in the morning or afternoon or something. So yeah, that's just all. So first of all, let me take my pop some pills. I think the drug is supposed to end today, but because I didn't take yesterday night, so it was extended to tomorrow morning. One thing I hate the most is taking drugs. Like, it's fucking disgusting. I hate taking drugs. Just fucking like random chemicals in your body. Just like blah. Yeah. So, or should I even do the talking when I come back from this thing? Because this is after all this, like after I finish recording this video, I probably might not even be in the mood again to like go anywhere. So let me just like get to the main thing first. So about the whole online business, YouTube, school dropping out and shit. Fucking disgusting, bro. So about that, the last video I did, I said like I'm done with school. I'm be able to use this and stuff like that. That is a salt or something that's too much. I don't even know. So you just have a food. You don't eat it for satisfaction. You just eat it for for eating sake, so that you'll not be hungry. Anyways, the what was I saying? So for the whole, make money series and everything. Since I'm not going to, I've just been getting some realizations lately, and the first thing I would say is like making money online and all that. I would say is a journey. Like it's not just 30 days thing or 1 day thing. I used to do all those. If you notice the videos I post on this channel, I'll be like make money series part 24 or something. I don't think I'm going to be doing it part again, because maybe when I'll eventually make my first dollar, that might be maybe part 100 or something. Yeah. Well, it might be shorter than that also. Like you don't know. But anyways, so about the whole, like I concluded that I'm going to stay in school and everything. I watched a video yesterday from one guy. I can't remember the name of the channel. It's like a faceless channel guy. I can't remember the name, but the guy was basically criticizing HAMZA. It was almost as if that channel is like somebody that just hates HAMZA that just made that channel. So he was criticizing HAMZA's Adoni school and everything, that all these like dumb, like HAMZA will like make wipe, similar to what Andrew Tate did. He will hype you up and sell you this dream like, you can become more like Adonis and escape the rat race and do this blah 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 blah. Then tell you to pay $500 for his Adonis school stuff. And yeah, I was just criticizing that it's like a waste. And on HAMZA's like websites where he was selling this stuff, like the copywriting stuff he wrote there, all the message stuff and everything. HAMZA is funny that it was like going to teach how to make money. Like he has literally made hundreds of thousands of dollars just wearing a bathrobe in his bedroom and all that. So basically, the guy was just criticizing the whole HAMZA stuff. It was like, people that are going to buy this Adonis school stuff, they are never ever going to become successful, like most of them. And at first I got triggered, so I was a bit pissed off, because I'm a big fan of HAMZA. I don't know if I've said that before. Fuck's wrong with shit. I'm a big fan of HAMZA. I don't know if I've said that before. Like you should know by now. I'm a very big fan of HAMZA. So it's just like hearing somebody insult your friend, or somebody insults like your brother or your mother or something. Like, of course, I'm not just going to sit down there and just like listen to them insult somebody you care about. Yeah, like you're going to be like, what the fuck is this? But when I also took a step back to think, because it seems that although everything the guy was saying sounds insulting, it was also kind of correct. Not necessarily correct, but like the guy still had a point. And the main one I'll just say is like, it was, the main thing was trying to say is, Hamza will get all these guys, usually. And if you go to all those cities, Adoni schools, so people that usually, majority of people there are like 14, 15, 16, 17. It's very, very crazy. Even the Discord stuff I was talking about, I will go there and, bro, like, you barely see anybody that is like 18, 19, 20, 21. All of them, they're just like 14, 12. One guy said he was 12 years old. 12, 14, 15, 16. So, like, just children, basically. Fucking children. Fuck's wrong with this thing? And so the guy was just criticizing Hamza. Like, Hamza said, because those are kind of the majority of people that watch his videos, Hamza's videos. Hamza will, sell this Adoni school at $500, which is really expensive for majority of them. And they'll still buy it because they want to be like, they want to make 10k per month and all that. And the guy was like, majority of the people there, they are not going to make 10. Like, it was like all of them, or the chat said like something like majority of them, they are not going to make 10k per month. And Hamza needs them to not make 10k per month for him to like keep making profits. Because if you think about it, it's kind of true. Like, because if assuming everybody that joins and doing school, I think right now there are about 700 people there also. Assuming all the 700 people just start making $10,000 a month, so like they all become successful and all that, then like they don't really need their donation school anymore. On one hand, I agree with the guy because what the guy said is kind of true. But on the other hand, two reasons why I kind of disagree with him. Not necessarily disagree, but my own point of view is like, one, all these videos that you usually see people criticizing other people. There was one that time that in Magazi last year that Magazi was like giving, what do you call it, $5,000 away or something. That was not like we should, like, everybody should make a video on him, and the people that make the best videos on him will give them like 20 people $5,000. That last year, like, you get what you give also. And there are people that are making criticism videos of Magazi and everything. And criticizing his course, that always selling like a $2,000 course or something, and it's a scam and everything. It's going to, why is it that the only business Magazi talks about is always SMMA and building an agency? Why doesn't he talk about other business is a scam, blah 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 blah? And when you kind of, on one hand, they are kind of right, but on the other hand, is you look at these people, and first of all, majority of them, they are always usually small YouTubers. It's very, very, very rare. Let me say that again. It's extremely rare you'll find like a big based popular YouTuber criticizing another big based popular YouTuber. If you find somebody like that criticizing, either A, if they are the person is just like trolling and has beef, or B, the other big one criticizing this one. That means what this one is saying is actually true. You rarely find, it's always all these small creators, and the most annoying part again, they never show their face. Never ever show their faces. Some faceless video calling him Angadzi or Hamza a scam. So, like, isn't that questionable? Assuming the person that is criticizing you is another successful person now, then we can say, okay, like, valid. But usually it's like some nobody, just like trolling. And the second one, again, I remember at the time, back in 2020, Matpa, the guy that teaches faceless YouTube channels and everything. Into how this is course he was selling that time, Tube Mastery and Monetization. I think he still sells it today. And he was, saying how good the course is and how he has taught thousands of students and everything. Like, Matspa, like, Matspa used to say he runs like 10, 12 different faceless YouTube channels and everything now. Oh, then they're making like 100k per month or something at, 19, 20, 21, 22 years old or something like. If you buy his course, I think at the time his course was like $1,000 or something. If you buy his course, you can make that type of money. As usual, everybody start criticizing him again. Oh, criticizing. They're not like, if he really makes that kind of money, how come he never shows his channels? Like, how come all the faceless channels he always makes, he never really shows them? He's just hiding. And the thing, like, his course is a scam. He just sells this $1,000 course that people buy. Oh, of course, he's selling this dream that, when you buy it, you make 10k per month from your faceless YouTube channel. Like, and the thing my spouse said that I kind of respect him for today is like, Those people that are always doing all those criticism videos, those people that are always doing Maspa exposed, Magaji exposed, Andrew Tate exposed, all those exposed videos. The thing is that they never actually go and buy the products themselves. They never actually, like Maspa said, assuming the people they actually buy the course, follow watch, like learn the whole course and follow every single thing Maspa like tells you to do to the end, like to the best of your ability, and they still don't see any results, and it's still like very bad and everything. Then of course it's obviously a scam. It seems that these people, they will never buy this course. They will never ever, like, they will never buy the course. Never ever ever. But yet, oh, it's a scam, it's a scam. And same thing with this guy that was criticizing Hamza. Assuming this guy has joined the Adoni school himself, and he has spent for like 1 month there, 2 months there, and he has seen everything in and out. He has asked, like, then he can now come and say, okay, like Adoni school is a scam because I actually joined it and actually tested it. They will never join. It's just think about it. Imagine somebody saying iPhone is a scam because iPhone is $1,000 and they sell it to third world countries here where the average person makes $200 per month. iPhone is definitely a scam. It's a scam. Well, like, why don't they buy all this only? Because if iPhone was not a scam, why didn't they make themselves cheap like other Android phones? Because iPhone is a scam. And the person that is making this claim and everything has never even used iPhone. Can you see how, like, kind of stupid it sounds? And that's another thing, like, first of all, iPhone is definitely, and iPhone and Android, they're not even that different. iPhone just makes themselves unnecessarily expensive. Oh, iPhone is a scam. It's like, are they really a scam? And another thing is, if you don't even like the product, like, if you think it's too expensive for you, you're just not a fan of it. You might not be a fan of iPhone, but it doesn't mean because you don't like iPhone is a scam. Like, or the iPhone is just too expensive for you and I cannot afford it. It's like, doesn't that mean it's a scam? People that use iPhone, they like the iPhone, that's why they keep buying it. If iPhone was actually a scam, people will not be buying it. If iPhone was actually a bad product, people will not be buying it. The same thing when they are doing school. If Adoni school was actually like a scam or a bad product, people will not be buying it. And as much as this guy says, oh, it's like it's rubbish, it's rubbish, it's rubbish. And I bet you that very many people they have, gone through that Adoni school and everything, and have actually become successful, actually seen results in their life. I would say first of all, I've never been like I'm a broke fuck. Like I said, I don't have money. I don't have money to buy internet connection. Talk less of Adoni school and all that. And secondly, like I said earlier, I'm a big fan of HAMZA, so maybe I'm being biased a little, but I just feel that many of these exposed videos, if I'm going to enter that niche on YouTube, like I'm going to be exposing people and everything, I'll actually do proper, because many of these guys, they don't do proper, they just do surface level research. Oh, Andrew Tate is a scam. Oh, Andrew Tate is a scam. He sells Ozar's University is a scam. But yes, you have never joined the Ozar's University. So it's a scam, it's a scam. I even saw one video self, like one woman from Africa, like I think she's from Ghana also. And she said she joined Ozar's University. Now she makes about, like, she was very broke at the time. I can probably relate. Like, I live in Nigeria, so I can 100% relate. Nigeria and Ghana are like neighbors. So she said she's like, at the time she was very broke and everything. I think she was like a single mother or something. Like she has a daughter or something like that. Like she's still young, like maybe in her late 20s or so. So like everything was hard. Then she saw Andrew Tate and everything, and she joined the Ozar's University. Even though it's kind of, like in Ghana, or at least here in Nigeria, if you convert that $40 or $50, like how much is the Ozar's University stuff to naira, it's kind of a little bit expensive. Like it's not expensive, but it's kind of that's going to be about 40,000 naira. If you're working a minimum wage job, that's about 2 months of your salary to buy like one Ozar's University stuff. But guess what? Now that woman from Ghana and everything, I think she now says she makes about $1,000 a day. All those people, they will never look for all those type of videos. So it's only the like, oh, it's a scam, it's a scam. So, but also I think the last thing also, like, why I kind of still see value in what the guy said is, at the end of the day, like, HAMZA is running a business here. He's trying to make money, and if you even think about it, every single business, like, because the guy said, in order for HAMZA to keep profiting, he needs many people to be at the bottom. He needs, he needs you to never actually become successful, so you keep paying him the, $100 a month or $500 a month or however much he charges, which in a sense is true. But at the same time, is that not like just how every business runs? Is that not how the world works in general? Like your country, for example, they need you to keep working so you can keep paying taxes, and so you can like keep contributing to their society. Because if you become maybe you become rich or something and retire, now you can't pay taxes. Like then, like if everybody starts doing that, then the whole country will fall apart because nobody to work. So to some degree, it's like yeah, and to some degree also, it's like is it really Hamza's fault or is it anybody? I don't even know why I'm advocating so much for Hamza. But is it like is it really his fault? Like the people that he shares this thing with, of course, like statistically, not everybody can become successful. Like I'll just say like the only thing I kind of give him credit for is like nowadays, if you this whole online make money entrepreneur world and everything, like I think they're making, well, maybe it's just like my limiting belief, but I just feel like they're making it seem as if it's too easy to make money online. Like they'll just tell you within the 6 months or 1 year you can be making $10,000 a month, $5,000 a month. And to some degree, it's kind of true, but at the same time, in reality, like myself, for example, I've been documenting all my whole make money journey and all that. At least, let's say for the last 2 months now, going to 3 months now, I've been kind of serious with my whole make money online grind. I still haven't made one dime. I still haven't made. I've not been like serious. But like compared to other periods of my life, this last 3 months or last 2 months, 2 to 3 months there, but this has been like the most serious I've been making money online. And I still haven't made $1. So it's like I feel like it's not as easy as they say because they just make it seem like oh once you just buy my course and everything like from the next day you start making money like that. And it could be true because part of the reason why it could be true because all these people they like actually know what's like they have been there. I'm already tired of talking. Oh man, I don't. Basically, what I'm just trying to say is that I think the whole summary we should come to from everything, whether you're a supporter of Hamza or you don't, feel like his products is scam, whatever, is to just think for yourself. Let me just use this to round up this video because this video is getting too long already. Just think for yourself, honestly, because like I want someone of Hamza's like he has all these channels where he's supposed like Adonis school clips and all that. I think somebody that does this for him, sure. And there was this clip about himself when in the full discipline guide he did like recently, like 2 days ago or so. He said he made a very good point. Like many times we don't even know why we are chasing what we chase. Because in your mind you might think, oh, I actually want this thing, that's why I'm pursuing this thing. But when you actually look at it in reality, you realize you're actually pursuing this thing because somebody said it. And normally, we used to criticize people, think for yourself, have critical thinking. That's why college is a scam. Your parents are agents of the matrix, everything is matrix. If you also think about it, everybody you watch online too is kind of agent of the matrix as well. Because the way Hamza explained this, which was really, really good, is when you watch somebody online, you kind of just think of their own desires, not necessarily your desires. Like for example, Andrew Tate, everybody wants to make a lot of money and become top G and all that. That's actually Andrew Tate's desire. I'm not trying to say, you should become like mediocre and you should be weak and you should never like become, so of course, like work on yourself, become a high value man. Go get some muscles, bro. Put myself out, I'll soon start getting back seriously working out. Like, shall develop yourself, basically. But it's like, Andrew Tate kind of likes, the Bugatti and the private jets and the, cigar and everything. You might not actually like that. You might not really be that type of person, but just because you watch Andrew Tate, all of a sudden that desire now becomes your desire. All of a sudden you now want to live that life. All of a sudden you are grinding every day trying to make a lot of money so you can, have a Bugatti and everything. And as I said, like, it's actually something to just sit down to think, like, did this desire actually form in my own brain? Or was it from the media or from the influencers or TV or from my parents that actually from? Because I can bet that when you were born or when you were a child, you were not thinking of buying a Bugatti or private jets or anything. Probably not. So it's like, is this really your own purpose or desire and everything, or it's just somebody else's own? So I feel like that's what that guy can, because when you become addicted to all these influencers, so you only watch like Hamza, you only watch Andrew Tate, you only watch all this type of guys, Luke Belma, Sinico, I don't really watch. The only people I really watch, the only person I really watch is HAMZA. All these guys basically. All of a sudden, you kind of start to adopt their own mindsets and beliefs, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Like because they have good mindsets, like they are successful people, and you want to be like them, which is a good thing. But the danger there is when you start to adopt their own beliefs, when you start to adopt their own goals, when you start to adopt their own purpose. I think it's kind of it's confusing. I won't lie, but I just think you should think for yourself. You should start to think more for because just like I said in the last video I did when I was talking about my whole dropout stuff. It was almost like I sat down one day to ask myself like, why do I want to drop out so bad? Like, why do I want to drop out from school and go and build my YouTube channel and everything? Like, why do I want to do that so bad? Is it because I actually want to do it? Like, I actually want to chase my dreams, or because somebody puts that desire inside of me? I didn't really say it like that, but it was just worth thinking about. Is it because I really want to do it, or because when I was in secondary school, I felt like a loser because I barely had friends? It's kind of getting emotional, but I felt like a loser because I barely had friends. No girl ever really paid attention to me. The one girl that managed to pay attention to me, I was so anxious and scared that I couldn't really talk to her and everything. So I just felt, alone, lonely, depressed, and everything. And it was when I started watching all these influencers online, and they were talking about self improvement and escaping the matrix and motivation and everything, that I started to feel connected. I started to feel like for the first time people cared about me. And all of them, they preach this propaganda of quitting school or quitting your job to follow your dreams. And now that's what I want to do. So on one hand, it's kind of not really bad because like chasing your like going to chase your dreams is actually like a really good thing. But at the same time, it's like, is it really your own thoughts to drop out of school? But the counter argument is like, is anything even really original these days? Because if you think about it, every single thing kind of influences you. People around you influence you. Things you watch online influence you. Your parents influence you. Random people on the streets influence you. Your country influences you. So it's like if you want to really be authentic to yourself, it's almost like you have to live in a vacuum. It's almost like you have to just live in this cave. You just enter inside the cave and just be there by yourself. So it's not everything there is 100% your own thoughts. So I think it's kind of tricky, but I just also feel like Hamza did make a good point. Like we should actually kind of just question the things we want, because it's like, do you really, really want this thing, or is this somebody else's desire? Like, for example, do you really, really want to be a doctor, or is this your mother's desire? Do you really, really want to be, an entrepreneur and drop out of school, and make, 10K per month and everything? Or that's Andrew Tate's desire, or that's Hamza's desire? I think like that's the reason why I like Hamza. Even though uh, it's weird because for one hand you kind of don't have to be so influenced by him. I want to start being like, because I think that's another thing again. We usually forget that these people are just human beings. They're just people, just like you and me. They're just idiots. Not necessarily idiots, but like they are real people. Like they have flaws, they have mistakes. They're not perfect. So when we usually listen to them, we just like, it's almost like we take everything they say as gospel, which is kind of good in the sense that like they give good advice and everything, but bad in the sense that you actually kind of start to lose yourself. You start to become more like these people, which, like I said, is either a good or bad thing. But I feel like if you overdo it, you start to lose yourself, because now it's like now it's like you don't even know what you want. Like you just want what Hamza wants, whatever Hamza says and whatever Hamza wants, that's what you want, which is not really a good thing. Like you have to be authentic to yourself. I'm very sure Hamza will not really want that. I want you to be like, be your real self, be you, like be yourself. Stop trying to copy me. So it's just crazy. Like I don't really know. This whole talk, this whole video is just messed up. Ah man. So yeah, I just feel like that's actually something we should start doing. Like ask, literally almost start questioning every single thing that is inside of you, and ask yourself like, what do I actually want? I think there is a few basic things that everybody should kind of desire. For example, everybody should desire financial freedom. Maybe not necessarily becoming a millionaire, but just financial freedom in the sense that, or at least what something I believe is, I believe as a you should be able to take care of your parents, your family. If you're a young person like me, like I'm 19, so I don't have wife or children yet. But my own is before you get those wife and children, like you should be able to make good enough money to be able to take care of yourself and your parents, your family. If your brother calls you up like he needs money for something important, not for something stupid, of course, you should be able to assist him. You go home and you see, the house, like everything financially is not very good. You see your parents stressed out, your mother is just like stressed, your father is overworked, your mother is always up all night praying to God, just praying for a miracle or something. I feel like as a young man, you should be able to step in and do something. So I feel like that one should be a general goal for everybody. But it doesn't necessarily mean being a millionaire. Maybe 10K per month. Or I don't know, sure. Well, it doesn't necessarily mean being a millionaire. I just feel like everybody should desire financial freedom. I feel like everybody should desire the basics, which is like health, wealth, relationship, happiness. Um, yeah, I think those are the basics. Like, you should desire to be in good health. Like, desire to be just, even if you don't want to be like the most ripped guy, you don't want to be like the most grab guy. You should desire to at least be healthy. You should desire to at least have enough money to take care of yourself and your family. You should desire to have good friends, like good relationship, either like your partner, your future partner. Like right now, I'm a single fucker. So like my future girlfriend or my future wife, you should desire to have like a high quality woman. Desire to have like high quality friends. Desire to have like good relationship with your family. I think everybody should desire that. Those are like the fundamentals. But other than all those basic stuff, I feel like every other thing you should. Sorry, got distracted. I feel like other than all those basic stuff, every other thing that you desire, oh, I want this car. Oh, I want the YouTube. I want to get 100,000 subscribers. Oh, I want to make $500 million per month. Oh, I want to travel here. I want to do this. Like, actually, question is like, why do I actually want to do this thing? Do I actually want to do this because like I genuinely want to just like explore this and do this, or because I watch a YouTube video and the guy said, oh, like you should travel, or I watch a YouTube video and the guy said you should buy an expensive car once you have money. I watch a YouTube video and the influencer really likes he likes buying expensive watches. Even though I don't really care about watches, but because the influencer likes buying expensive watches, so I'm working very hard so that when I get money, so I can buy expensive watches. Like you actually start to question all those stuff. So I think for the dropout stuff, I've already been talking for so long. It's so crazy nowadays. It's just so easy to talk for like 30, 40, even 1 hour. Like it's kind of easy now. Before me recording a video for like 15 minutes, it was like very long. Now recording a video for 1 hour, it's not that big of a deal. But I don't like the reason why I hate recording is for 1 hour and all that is the uploading is just usually a pain in the ass. But the last thing I'll just say is like I think it also the guy that video that was criticizing HAMZA. I think the guy also just reminded people of reality. Like it was like you're more likely to be successful if you just go to school and get like a real graduate university, like you get a high quality degree, STEM degree. I think that was like science, technology, engineering, and medicine, or learn a trade. That was what I said. Get a STEM degree, learn a trade. You're more likely to be successful, like guaranteed success, and get a high quality job after that. Like you're more likely to make money and become successful than doing YouTube and all this social media and online stuff. And the guy is kind of right because that part is like more stable, more guaranteed. So you're more likely to actually become successful and make a lot more money doing that because than doing YouTube. Because like the thing is that you could try maybe for example YouTube, you try YouTube for all these years and it just never really works out. But the funny thing is that you might not like YouTube might not be your team, might not be compatible with YouTube and all that. So it's like all these years after you try, it just never works out. So it's like you spend 5 years trying YouTube. So maybe eventually quit and switch to SMMA for example. Then maybe 2 years of doing that you naturally see success. So that's about let's say 7 years before you saw success. But somebody that has gotten a job for the first year, like throughout that 7 years, like the guy's making his money is good. So I just think like my point is not like to discourage anybody. Like me, I still believe in the online creator economy stuff, but I just feel like we usually forget how hard it actually is to succeed. Like I said, because we see all plus someone like Andrew Tate and all these guys and they talk about how much money they make. We usually forget that in order to actually make good, significant money online, you actually have to be first of all like you actually have to be good. Like you have to actually have good skills. You have to actually be like you have to actually be good at what you do, and it's going to take long, and again, it's going to be extremely hard. Like we usually forget that, and we just like we usually just think, oh, 1, 2, 3 months of doing this thing, oh, for 1 hour a day, start making 10K per month. Like it's usually longer and harder than that. I think we usually used to forget, and that's like I say I'm not dropping out on everything, but well, my rice. Did if right now I've changed my mind of the old dropout stuff, but if anybody comes to miss me or anybody has the same mindset I had then that I want to drop out on everything, I'm not going to like. Of course, my default is like no, don't do it. But the thing is that if you want to really drop out, like you have to prove it, you have to earn it. You cannot just I'm dropping out. Like you have to actually show me. Like go and grind, go and get results first of all. If you cannot even get results instantly because results usually take time, let me see your process. You have to actually be working out. Like you have to be actually working on your YouTube channel, for example, for like 6 hours a day. How many people are doing that? Because me, like, oh, I want to drop out, I want to make money, I want to do this, I want to escape the mixed blah 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 blah. I look at your day-to-day actions and I spend like that 6 hours. This is how you to use working on your YouTube channel. I spend that 6 hours watching YouTube videos instead. Like, assuming they haven't like maybe 2 hours long podcast YouTube video about a specific stuff, maybe about sales or marketing or like psychology or something like that. It's just like some random spend that 6 hours watching random self-improvement videos, shorts, and just like other random things that are not really relevant. Like, and yet you want to drop out and build the business and do all these great things. So if anybody comes, okay, if I see that maybe like any of my younger siblings or in the future anybody like brings up the argument again, like me, I'm personally not against. Like I was once that guy, and I still believe in my dreams. I still believe in everything I said. The only difference is like I was like kind of lazy, and I also want to show you. This is the main thing. This is the main thing. This is like my wall. Personally, I'm the kind of guy that likes to write stuff for this way, but I think I've copied halves of this one. I can probably say I'm not copying halves of it. This is just. Oh. So you see this? What did I write here? Hopefully you can read it. We do not rise to the level of our expectations, but fall to the level of our training. I hope you can read it. So I just said that random sense I write. And that's like that's that's just like the summary of everything for someone that wants to drop out of school. You don't rise to the level of expectation, but fall to the level of your training. I saw that quote from David Goggins' book, Can't Hurt Me. The time I read it, like 3 years ago, that phrase stuck in my head. Because your expectation might, oh, I want to make, I'm going to drop out of school, make money, become successful, blah, 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 which is not necessarily a bad thing. But with not, that's expectations. Your training is, like, expectation is, I'm going to be productive, I'm going to work every single day, going to make money, going to grind till I get to the top. Which is not necessarily a bad thing, but your level of training is like, yeah. Because you never really trained yourself to work hard, you never trained yourself to be disciplined. So it's like, you don't rise, you never rise to it, because all that's the thing, we always think this is what I'm going to do. Think of it, that person now. Person is always setting New Year's goals, New Year's resolution. That's one probably you, motherfucker. Let's set New Year's goals and resolution. Everything. These are your expectations. I'm going to lose 50 pounds this year. I'm going to work out every 5 days a week. Whatever expectations, level of training, whatever. Try to train yourself to do. Yeah, like my retraining, my capability as of right now. I can only work out once in 2 weeks. That's your level of training. So you keep falling here. Your goal is to work out 5 days a week. You say keep working out once in 2 weeks. So the things that you have to train yourself. You have to train yourself till you actually reach this level. Don't rise to the level of our expectations, but fall to the level of our training. That's a very important quote. Shout out to David Goggins. So that's just like if anybody comes to me and wants to drop out on everything, especially if you're a young person, like you're like 16, 17, 18, and all that. You have probably never trained yourself to get here because this is your expectation, but you have never trained yourself. Like you have probably never trained yourself. This is your reality. This is where you really are. Because your expectation is, I'm going to grind. I'm going to work out. I'm going to work on my business for like 6 hours a day, 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, and all that. But like your real capacity is to work on your business like 20 minutes a day. So, so I'll just. But anybody that's still like this, I'll just tell them start training yourself. Like start training yourself, so you can eventually reach. And the things that it takes time. Like that's just like, because this was my own expectations. Oh, let me just one quickly show you another one. See if you can see this. This was like my what do you call it? Routine, daily routine before. And before self, this whole block was just that whole block was just work. This place. But eventually, I added like a few other things before, and now I'm not even going to use it again because I'm going to be going to classes and everything. But that's like expectations. Just work for like how many hours was that? That's about 8 hours every single day. That was the expectations. Work 8 hours every single day. Reality, I could only do like 30 minutes or at most 1 hour of like real work every single day. So you don't rise to your level of expectation, but fall to your level of training. Oh man, this video is too fucking long. I do enjoy making them though. Like honestly, I don't mind making videos like this every single day. But it's just the space and the most annoying part, the data. It's like a pain in the ass, bro. To upload these videos. So I'm broke as fuck. I can barely afford this. But that is going to change. We're all gonna make it. My food is already cold. Okay, it's not completely cold yet, but let me get ready and go to class. See if I can try and finish all those registration stuff. And just so that I can just forget about it once and for all. And I think one last thing I'll just say is like I just feel like my purpose is kind of clearer now. Because before, I was going to school and I didn't really see the need. And now I'm going to school and I still know like it's not necessarily a waste of time. Man, let me save this for another day. Alright. Yeah, that's it for now. See you later.